Hello everybody, this is Rajwinder Singh Yogi, and I'm here to present the presentation first for pagination. So this is what I'm gonna do today. Like there would be content, there is table, and the main component Bootstrap I'm gonna explain today is pagination. This would be our end result. So let's not worry about the end result right now. Let's talk a little about the pagination. What is pagination and how does it work? If we go to Google, everybody Google these days, and if you go to Google and we search anything, there are a number of pages that comes under beneath the like the first page. If we click on number 2, we see another result. If we click on number 3, so this is the basically pagination is. This is what the pagination is. We can provide the link to data that we cannot access on the same page. Like we are working on a .NET project in another class, and if you see, this is a long data and we need to scroll down to see each and everything, and that doesn't consider as a user-friendly website. So if we put pagination in there and we show like 5 or 6 or 10 albums per page, and we give the pagination to user can click on number 1, number 2, and can go ahead and look for other albums. That's what I did for one of my client as a freelancer. I designed his admin panel, and this data has been delivered from database basically, and if you click on number 2, the page ID is changed, and you see another results. If you go to number 5, the page ID has been changed again. If you go directly to last, you would see how many data you have in there and how many pages you have, right? And the page number is changed over there. If we click on last, the last is disabled. If we click on first, it would come to the first page and the first is disabled. That's what we're gonna look at it today. Like how does this work? This pagination works. So I have dummy data that is basically I have content that is the table. I've used semantic HTML as much as I could. So this is the table I have used. I've defined the scope of table heading. That is basically like the scope of table heading is you give scope because you want to specify like this is the heading for column and these are the headings for rows. So scope do it automatically. So this is our data, and I have hard coded the data today, and like I've given 3 different pages, 3 different content right here, and I have implemented pagination on different pages, not on data today, because that would take a long time, and this would be a JavaScript thing. Like that's what I did in here. I have used JavaScript to add the classes. Like if we click on number 2, this is the active class right now, and we will discuss what the active class is and how do we disable these params, right? If we talk about we have this content right here, and if we talk about the pagination, it always comes under the navigation element of HTML, and we specify a area label for nav element because we don't want to confuse ourselves when we look at it. Okay, why we are using this navigation? Because we can use navigations for multiple times on same page, right? If we are putting a pagination in search results like Google does, we can put the navigation. Okay, this is for search results. If we put something for pages, for table, we can give the name accordingly. So right now I'm gonna leave it for page navigation example. If we talk about the UL element that represent a list of items, right? And it contains li items, that is the list items. And for pagination, I've given this class that gives a look to the element like this, like it is surrounded by a border and it has a good look of navigation. Justify content center, that's the class I've used for aligning the nav element in between the page. If we call it like justify content end, it would go like this on the right. So for now I would keep it center, and this is the disabled class for li, that is previous. So page 1, if we are on page 1, I want to disable the previous button, that is right here. So if I click on this, I can go nowhere, because this is the first page. There is no previous page before first page, right? So I've given the tab index 1, so that is basically I cannot click it, and I've given the disable class to give a look like it is disabled. These three are right, like they are in the active. This is the active class, but these are like active, and this look like we can visit these, right? But we cannot visit these. So if we press tab, I've given tab index -1 because our tab should not go on the previous. It should start from first, second, third, and then next. Because this is disabled, I don't want to click it, I don't want to press enter for it. So I've given active class to page 1, that is right here 1. So this is the active right now. If we go to other lists, that is number 2, number 3, and the next, we have given the links to different pages. That is hard-coded data. And if we click on page 1, it shows this data. If we go to page 2, see, this is enabled right now. All of these are enabled, like we can go previous, we can go next from second page, that's right here. But if we go to third page, it's disabled again. So if we look at the code right here, the page 2, so this is active, page 2 right here, it is active. And other than that, all LIs are in the visitable state, like we can visit these, right? And if we click on number 3, now the data is for page number 3, and the active link is third number. But now if we see the next button, that is disabled. So if we go to page number 3, I've given the disabled class to next, and I've given the tab index -1. But the active class is for page 3, because this is the active page number, and if we go to next, we cannot click it. If we press tab, now it will start from previous 1, 2, 3, but it won't go till next. It would end right here, and it would go somewhere else, like here or somewhere else. Now it comes from previous. So this is how tab index -1 works. I would say if we disable something, we always should give the tab index -1 value to it, because it should not be clickable, it should not be approachable. So it should be like abundant from all these guys, from all other guys. So this is basically pagination is used to show multiple data on different links. So yeah, that's it for my presentation. Thank you and have a good day.